to me and enlighten me. Yeah. I hope that you need me too. Anytime that you want me. Anytime that you need me. Give me all of your sunshine. A spark is all I need to take it away out of the shadows. Well, what more can I say? Oh, anytime, oh, anytime. wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was so tired, I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on our wayward son. There'll be peace so damn easy when your feelings are such to overprotect her, to love her too much. And my mind go back to a girl I met 4 years ago who told me just hold on loosely, but don't let it go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Your baby needs someone to believe in, and a whole lot of space to breathe in. Don't let it slip away. Sentimental mood. Don't let your heart get in the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see it all around you. Good love later when you realize what you had. Don't hold on loosely, but don't let it go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Your baby needs someone to believe in, and a whole lot of space to breathe in. So hold on loosely, but don't let it go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose control. So hold on loosely, but don't let it go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Hold on loosely, but don't let it go. If you cling too tightly to her, you're gonna lose control. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2019 Annual Alaska Academic Decathlon. This is it, the event you've all been waiting for, the awards banquet. My name's Roger Hall. I'm the Vice President for the Alaska Academic Decathlon.
And I'm Jennifer Lamoureux, President and Interview Chairwoman of the Alaska Academic Decathlon. Tonight, thanks to GCI Education, our banquet will be streamed live over the internet. Parents, fellow students, and educators, and others can watch what we do here to honor the achievements of these decathletes.
Tonight, we have with us members of the Alaska Academic Decathlon Board of Directors. Ben Newman, our scoring champion, or our chairman, and Jennifer Lamoureux, our president and interview chair. Pam Lloyd, our immediate past president of the board. Sharon Boyette, our registrar, and Sarah Huff, our SA chair. And the hotel staff will now start serving your meal.
While this is happening, we'll watch a video production of events from this year's state competition, produced by Crystal Javier.
trying to dig what we all say. Trying to cause a big sensation. Talking about my generation.
her mind. Quiet movements where I can find, grabbing for me with her eyes. Now I'm falling from her skies. No sugar tonight in the coffee, no sugar tonight in my tea, no sugar to stand beside me, no sugar to run with me. Dum da 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 down, dum da 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 da, dum da 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 down, dum da da da. Jocko says yes, and I believe him when we talk about the things I say. She hasn't got the faith or the guts to leave him when they're standing in each other's way. You're tripping back now to places you've been to, you wonder what you're gonna find. You know you've been wrong, but it won't be long before you leave them all far behind. 'Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to go. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. She's getting us all. She's getting us all. Jocko said no when I came back last time. It's looking like I lost a friend. No use calling 'cause the sky is falling and I'm getting pretty near the end. A small building in a corner basement. The situation must be right. A bag of goodies and a bottle of wine. We're gonna get it on right tonight. 'Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to go. It's the new Mother Nature taking
Good evening and welcome to the awards banquet. Before I get started, I wanted to take a moment to talk about an appeal for Super Quiz for round 2 Scholastic. The math question, question 13, was appealed successfully. All answers will be counted as correct on that. And while I can't say more, congratulations to the person that caught that. That was a good catch. With that out of the way, it is my pleasure to introduce your next speaker. Hailing from Unalakleet, Alaska, he's competed in the America Ninja Warrior and helped give back to his community by teaching and coaching up-and-coming athletes. May I introduce the indomitable Eskimo Ninja, Nick Hansen.
Is Academic Decathlon, should I stay behind the podium or come out from behind the podium? I'm going to come out from behind the podium. You guys don't have a choice. What's up, you guys? How you guys doing tonight? Little did you know, this is actually a comedy show. I'm going to start telling some really good jokes. Like this one time at Academic Decathlon, I was hanging out with my buddies. And we were walking down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway, we saw this girl. We were like, man, check her out. She's real smart. I feel so underdressed, you guys. I feel so look at me, I'm in ninja pants and a Lululemon sweater. Oh, you guys all look so good. I feel good about it. I have a special connection to a certain table right over here because they're from my hometown. Welcome to Colin right there staring at me. I coach him in cross country. Give him a high five for you later. I've only got about 10 minutes of your time, so I do want to kind of talk a little bit about what I've been through in my life and a few little things just to help kind of keep you guys on track. I mean, you guys are already pretty much on track just by being here. I mean, talk about something really amazing and awesome to be part of Academic Decathlon at the state level. Check out these trophies you guys are about to win, or some of you may be winning, some of you may not. I got to speak with a couple of Academic Decathlon people over at the mall earlier today, so I was really excited to be a part of it. But Uvanganik Ilruchiak Hansen Inupiahurunga Unalaklimin Utkiavig Minlu Alaskami, Apaga Charlie Hobson, Asi Akaga Adeline Katungan Hobson, Maura Eben Hobson Sr. Savakpunga Ruok Alaskami, Ikayutavlani Napaklagu AFN, Alaska Federation of Natives, North Slope Borolu, Inupia, let's see. Asi Charlie Hobson kuma chetlunga Inupiatun Ilruchame Katataka Eddie Hobson Sr. Atinganik Savakpungaruok Ikayutavluni or Isakutivlugu ASRC, Arctic Slope Regional Corporation, Apaga Brett Hansen, Danik, Akaga Davida Hobson Hansen, Barikika Inupiaruluni Belarusinga, Asian Ayukangi Europe Muguruk. My name is Nick Hansen. In my language, I just told you that I'm an Inupiaq Eskimo from Unalakleet in Barrow, Alaska. My Inupiaq name is Ilruchiak. I'm named after my great uncle Eddie Hobson Sr., and he's one of the founders of ASRC, Arctic Slope Regional Corporation. My great grandfather is Eben Hobson Sr., and he is the founder of the Alaska Federation of Natives. Make some noise if you know what AFN is. Right on. Cool, good. My great-grandfather helped start AFN to let people know that Inupiaq people or Alaska Native people need to have a voice in government. And that's what he believed in, and he decided that so that we can uphold our subsistence lifestyles, our cultural values, and all the different things that we value as Alaska Native people. My dad is white. He's mixed European, mostly Italian, a little bit of Scottish. My mom originally comes from the Unalakleet area. My grandmother is Adeline Katungan Hobson, and she comes from the Unalakleet area, so a lot of my life I was born and raised Unalakleet, but a lot of my bloodline also comes from the Unalakleet area, which is half Yupik and half Inupiaq, and we're a village of about 700 people. And I came out of there with a little bit different background. I'm not going to share the entire story. There's a lot of different articles that you can read. I've only got about 10 minutes. Usually this takes about an hour. And I'm not going to take up an hour of your time because we've got some sick presentations to take out. And look at how high and tall that trophy is. If a UPIC wins that, it's going to be taller than them. If an Athabascan wins it, it's going to be way shorter than them. If they're half Inupiaq, half Athabascan, like my girlfriend Joanne, it's way taller than she is. But I came out of Unalakleet, a village of 700 people. Make some noise if you've ever seen the TV show American Ninja Warrior. Nice. Yeah. Woo! I've watched it a couple times. Well, coming from a small village of Unalakleet, I went to college for a few years, and I was a civil engineering student. I really thought civil engineering was going to be my thing. It was going to be the one thing that I wanted to do because right out of the gate, 4 years after graduating high school, I could be making $100 an hour, $125 an hour if I'm a really good engineer. And so I was just like, oh yeah, dollars, bro. So I took a couple of internships while I was going to college to maintain a scholarship that I received from the ANSET program, Alaska Native Science and Engineering. So that's a big-time program. If you're going to UAA or UAF or UAS, there's an ANSET program for you, Alaska Native Science and Engineering program. So it's dedicated strictly for Alaska Natives. I was one of the premier, the first groups of the ANSET program. There was one student before my group, and we had 60 kids in our ANSET program for the summer. And I had to maintain a scholarship, so I got internships with people like ConocoPhillips, BP, Alyeska Pipeline, and ASRC. And when I worked for ASRC, I actually worked at the NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. So I was all the way on the other side of the country in Washington, D.C., working for NASA. How cool is that, right? Now, you clap now, but you're going to hear something about that. It was boring. I went to NASA thinking space shuttles, thinking astronaut, thinking zero gravity, right? And when I got there, I was staring at a computer, and I was literally looking at videos of steam lines, looking for cracks. I spent 30 or 40 plus hours a week just watching a video on a computer, checking for cracks in a steam line. But then I got a really cool opportunity to design one of the parking lots that they were remodeling, and then it got really fun. And that's when it got really fun. But as I realized over the course of all these internships, I really didn't know what it was that I really wanted to do. I was like, is this really for me? And as it turned out, it wasn't really for me. It wasn't really something that I wanted to do, so I decided to take a year off. And I moved back to Unalakleet. I'd only been in college for 3 years. And I decided to move back to Unalakleet. And when I moved back there, I started coaching. And I started coaching all the different sports, cross-country running, volleyball, Native Youth Olympics, all those different things. And when I was growing up, I had participated in all those sports, but I had also participated in all the Geek Squad stuff too. I was in Battle of the Books, I was on the student government, I was in academic decathlon. So I was a geek, I was a nerd, but I was also an athlete. And when I got home, I decided to coach different things. And when I was coaching, I needed a job because coaching is really a volunteer job. So I needed a job, so the principal hired me as a teacher's aide. And I got to take over the math class. And when I took over the math class for Mr. Woodruff, he was getting ready to move out, and he's actually replaced by a young man sitting right here in the room, which is a really great math teacher. I've sat in your class a few times. It's exciting. But when I got to take over the math class, Mr. Woodruff didn't even change the lesson plans. Usually a sub comes in, you give him a handout sheet, do this on Monday, do this on Tuesday, do this on Wednesday. Mr. Woodruff said, here's my lessons plans, teach them, because he understood my civil engineering background. And I took over the math class, and I had one kid in calculus. His name was Talon Erickson. And I had one kid that was in calculus, and I was in calculus as well, because I was a civil engineering student. I was in Calc 3 the last year that I went to college. So it was I would be teaching him, and it'd be me, him one-on-one. I'd get the rest of the class moving with the algebra and pre-algebra, and then I'd teach him, and I was like, one-on-one, I'd be like, are we doing this right? And I'd be looking at my high school student going, I think that's right. And he'd be like, sure. And so I had to actually go back and learn a bunch of stuff. Anyways, when I saw them light up, when I saw the kids light up and understand something, then they got it for the first time. And when I saw the kids that I taught how to do a jump shot and put it in, and they made their free throws, and they were like, oh, Coach, I did it. That is when I realized this is what I need to be doing for the rest of my life. I need to be teaching. I need to be around kids. I need to be around youth. I need to be around all of you guys that are the younger ones in the room. I need to be around you guys all the time so I can try and just be a part of your lives as much as I can, because I want to see you guys learn something new, right? And that's when an 8th grader said, hey, have you ever seen that TV show American Ninja Warrior? And I was like, no, what's that? And he was like, let's go check it out. So we go over to the school, and some of you guys will understand this that come from a village. We go over to the school outside, and we take out our phones, and we try to find the best internet. And he's like, I'll show you on YouTube. So we go over to the school and burn up their internet so we don't burn up our own home internet, right? So we get connected to the internet, and we watch this video about American Ninja Warrior, and I was like, wow, it's a cool show. I would watch that, dude. And he was like, I think you should try out. And I was like, okay. I tell him to do I'm his coach, so I tell him to do stuff all day long. He suggested, you should try out for American Ninja Warrior. So I was like, sure. So that day, we started building a warp wall. It took us about 8 straight hours to build a warp wall. We started at that night, and I got done with it at about 2 in the morning. And we stood it up, and then I knocked on my mom's window while she was asleep, and I knocked on her window, and she woke up, and I was standing on a warp wall, and she's like, ah! Because I had made it up the warp wall. And there, from that day forward, Ninja Warrior became a big part of my life. And I had this goal. My first goal was get on the show. An 8th grader mentioned it. His name is Aiden Ivanov. He's now a junior in high school. He's one of the top athletes in the state in basketball. He can dunk. He's like 6'4", but back then he was like, 4'0". And in my first submission video, you can hear him in the background. He's like, now he's talking. He's like, yo, what's up, Nick? But back then, he was like, he did it! So my very first goal was get on the show. That was what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get on the show. So I did. My very first year, I got on the show. I made it through the first 5 obstacles, and I was like, yeah, I'm psyched, I'm hyped. And then I jumped on this trampoline on the 5th obstacle, and I got shot to the end of the platform, which was a disqualification. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't even make it through the first round, but that was awesome. I reached my goal, get on the show. So the next year, I applied for the show again. And I said, okay, new goal. Don't let the 5th obstacle shoot you across to the end. Don't get disqualified. Hit the buzzer at the top of the warp wall. So, next year on the show, I hit the buzzer at the top of the warp wall. Not only did I do that, I went to the next level. I got 12th in the qualifying round, in the city finals rounds, and made it to Las Vegas stage 1. But when I got to Las Vegas stage 1, it is a timed event. You get 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get through the course. I did it in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So I was 2 seconds shy of making it past stage 1. So the next year, what do you think my goal was? Get past stage 1. So I made it to Las Vegas again the next year. Matter of fact, I did something I hadn't done before. I made it to the 7th obstacle on the show, which was past the salmon ladder. The year before that, I failed on the salmon ladder. So I made it past that. I made it to stage 1. I'm climbing up the cargo net on stage 1 at the very end, and there's a big screen behind the cargo net, a lot like this black thing, and it's blinking red because I only have 10 more seconds, and I'm on the last thing climbing up the cargo net, and it's like 10, 9, and I get to the very top, and I'm like, not again! Boom, and I hit the buzzer with 2 seconds to spare. Made it through stage 1, got to stage 2, failed on the salmon ladder on stage 2, but it was awesome. Finally, the year after that, oh, my phone's ringing, I apologize. Sorry, I could hear it. So, I got to stage 2, so I had beaten my goal, get through stage 1, finish that goal, got to stage 2. The next year, which was last season, make some noise if you saw last season. Cool, couple of you, it's cool. If you watched the video on YouTube, go on YouTube, check it out. There was an interruption in my goals. And this is what I really wanted to talk to you guys about, because this is what's going to happen throughout life. Now remember, I was a college student, and it wasn't really for me. It was something that interrupted me. It was like, this isn't really something that I want to do. I thought I was going to be passionate about this, but I'm not as passionate as I thought I was. And now here I am, a professional athlete, basically, and I'm living my dream. I'm traveling to communities and hanging out with kids every single day, different kids every single day, teaching them something new. But my goal was interrupted. I wanted to be a college graduate. I'm not a college graduate yet, but now it's shifted a little bit. I'm working towards a teaching degree rather than an engineering degree. Maybe I can still get an engineering degree on the side and I can have that as a good backup plan. But I'm working on a teaching degree, but even that got put on hold because American Ninja Warrior came into play, right? So last season, I get on the show. My goal is beat stage 2. But when I got to the qualifying rounds, they introduced a new obstacle, and when I showed up there, I found out about this new obstacle. We are going through the rules. We are not allowed to touch any obstacles before we get on them. We have to do it right then and there. No practice runs, no preparing for it. The only thing you can do is what you train for at home. We get there, we check out all the rules of the obstacle, we get to the last one, and there's not only one 14.5-foot warp wall. Now, we put a 14.5-foot warp wall in this room. And just to let you know, I could clean those chandeliers if I'm standing on top of it, okay? So when I got up to the top of the warp wall, I was standing on the warp wall, and I could actually, I had to duck like this to touch the ceiling. That's how tall the warp wall is at the end of each obstacle course. So that one's sitting right here, and then right next to it, while they're going over the rules, there's another one that's 4 feet taller. They introduced an 18-foot mega wall, right? Now think about that. 14 feet is the brown, the top of the brown. You run up the wall and you grab the top. Now 18 feet is 4 more feet above that. That's taller than this part of the ceiling here. This part of the ceiling is probably 16 feet tall. Add 2 more feet to that. It would be busting through the ceiling of this room right now, right? So you're standing there looking at it, and I'm like, wow, there's an 18-foot warp wall. Where'd that come from? Every year you go to the show, you have to sign this paperwork. It's like a liability stuff, a bunch of insurance issues, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I've read it 1,000 times. I've been on the show for 4 seasons, and every time you go to a new course, you have to do it again. So I've signed it a bunch of times, so I just went, sign it, hand it in. I never read it. So I found out about this 18-foot warp wall. So I get on the course, it's my turn. 5 other, 15 or 20 other ninjas had gone through the course already. Only 4 of them had gotten to the warp wall, and only 1 of them had even attempted the 18-foot wall, and the other guys just skipped it and went to the 14-foot wall because they knew they couldn't get an 18-foot. And the one guy that did it was Sean Bryan, which is one of the top 3 in the world from the year before, and he didn't get it. My other friends that are top ninjas, Flip Rodriguez, Kevin Bull, Tiana Weberly, Grant McCartney, they all failed on the obstacle before the warp wall. They didn't even make it that far. So I get through all the first 4 obstacles. I'm on the 5th obstacle. This is where Grant fell. He's my training partner. He's one of my best friends. I'm swinging, and everyone's screaming at me to make it. I jump off. I get to the platform. I'm standing in front of this warp wall. I look over at my family, and I'm like, should I do it? And they're like, Grant just looks at me and he goes, you are getting up that 18-foot wall. So I go, all right. I drop off a platform. I stand right there and I'm looking at the 18-foot wall. It turns red. And I'm pacing back and forth. I look over at the guy that's in charge of my time. I only get 1 minute per obstacle. I look at him and I go, how much time do I have? He just looks at me and goes, you're good. Nobody had gotten there. Nobody had even attempted it. Only 1 guy. So he's like, you're good. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I take 2.5 minutes. And my family's over there, and my mom's going, what is taking so long? And Emberlyn, my sister, she looks at her and goes, Mom, there's an 18-foot wall there. And my mom looks up at it and goes, you got this, Nick! You got this! And all of a sudden, it's all exciting and everything, and I look over at Adam, and Adam goes, all right, Nick, time to go. And I'm like, all right, cool, here we go. And everybody, I look over at my family right before I go up the 18-foot wall, and I just do this. I just look at them, and I go, I give them a little smile, because I looked at them, and when I looked at them first, I made eye contact with Joanne, and she just says, you got this. It wasn't like a, you can do it, good luck. It was a, you got this, right? That confidence that she had in me. My sister's like, you're going to do this. Grant's like he's just nodding. He's like, oh man, this is about to go down. And I'm standing in front of the warp wall, and I'm like, ha! And I scream like that because it just gets my adrenaline pumping. and I take off running. I get up the wall, boom, make it to the very top, hit the buzzer. I was the first ever in ninja history to hit an 18-foot mega wall last season. Thank you. I've got about 30 more seconds. I think I had 30 seconds about 2 minutes ago. But when I got there, I made it to the 18-foot wall. And when I was up on top of the platform, I look over at Matt Eisman and the host, because it's always good to talk to them. So I'm like looking at them. These are my hosts, right? Pam and Rick are going to be my hosts for tonight. Rick, you can be Akbar. So I'm like, dude, I did it, you guys, it's crazy. And all I hear Matt say is, Nick Hansen's taking $10,000 back to Unalakleet, Alaska. And if you watch the YouTube video, you see me do this. Remember, I didn't read the paperwork. So my reaction on live TV, not live TV, but on the camera, was my real reaction to what I had just won, $10,000. What? You're kidding me? And then I dropped to my knees. I was weak in the knees, and I'm looking at my family, and I'm blowing them kisses, and they're wondering why. And Grant's the only one that knows. He's like, yeah, dude, you're the man. And it was just this real moment, and this real awesome moment. But it had interrupted my original goal, and when I got to Las Vegas finals, I failed on stage 1 once again. I actually ran out of time, and I just told the producers, I was like, well, at least I'm consistent. So just to give you guys a heads up, this is Academic Decathlon, you guys. You guys are some of the smartest people in the state. In this room, there are some of the smartest people in this entire state sitting right here. You guys are ready for all these different things. You're ready to put out speeches. You're ready to do all the math stuff. You're ready to do everything that you guys need to do academically in order to move forward in your lives. You're going to have goals in mind. You probably already do. Some of you guys might have some goals in mind. But remember, those goals, however so easily achievable or attainable in your mind, may change. Those goals may not be exactly where your life leads you. Something might come up, something might interrupt you. You might not have the funding that you needed. You might have to search and work a little extra hard in order to get to a place that you're trying to get to. Just like myself, things sometimes just get in the way. You never know. I was like career bound, civil engineer. This is what I'm going to do for a living. But then it wasn't for me, so it just changed, and my life changed completely. But now, here I am, standing in front of you guys, a professional athlete coming out of a village of 700 people, where when I go home, nobody even cares. They just know me as Nick. Nobody even cares that I'm the Eskimo Ninja, and I love that. And I love being home because I'm just a normal guy. But when I go out into other communities, and I go out to other places, and I speak to communities, I got introduced earlier. I was laughing at the table. We were all laughing because he said, do you want to be our celebrity trophy? You want to hand out our celebrity trophy? And I was like, who am I handing it out to? Is there a celebrity here? I was looking around. He was talking about me, and I was like, I'm not a celebrity, bro. I'm just Nick, right? I'm just this Alaska Native kid that came out of a village, and all I'm doing is living a dream and really just participating in something that I truly am passionate about, and that's being an American Ninja Warrior. So whatever you guys are passionate about, whatever you guys find throughout life, those things may change. Those things may be different. You might have a goal in mind right now, and sure, reach for those goals, but that goal may change. And just to let you guys know, in those moments when they do change, just understand that you have the foundation, you have the strength in order to go through those adversities and overcome those many obstacles in your own life and those things that you can overcome. There's a lot of other stories that I want to share with you guys, like this one time. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys, thank you so much for having me here. Congratulations to all of you guys. You guys are amazing, super smart people. You guys deserve a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for everything, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. I do have one more thing. And if you guys have a cell phone, this might be an opportune moment to take it out, because I don't have a ninja obstacle here, but I did learn something through American Ninja Warrior over the course of my life and the course of my years. So if you have a cell phone, you can pull it out if you want to. You don't have to, but I'm doing a little ninja trick. Do you guys want to see something ninja-esque? Ninja-esque? All right, let's see it. All right. sport right here. I'm going to do some break dancing. All right, you guys ready for it? I need some help though. I need to get hyped because I showed up late on first of all, so I'm a little bit flabbergasted. I need you guys' help. I need you guys to give me a countdown like a 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys ready for it? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. I can't wait to hand out awards.
Good evening. It's time to begin tonight's program.
Thank you to GCI Education for bringing us Nick Hansen, the Eskimo Ninja, tonight and providing the streaming for the Super Quiz as well as tonight's banquet.
Thank you also to GCI and United Utilities, our other bronze level sponsors, as well as Doyon Limited, Walmart, Anchorage Rotary, and the United States Academic Decathlon for their support.
Where would these teams be without your coaches? Without these coaches, this competition would not happen. It takes a dedicated teacher who takes the time and effort to instruct, train, prepare, and inspire these decathletes for this competition.
Will our coaches please stand? Each student has signed a special certificate thanking their coach for their hard work and dedication. Decathletes, will you please give your coaches their certificate located in the middle of the table, and a big round of applause.
Now it's time for our speech showcase. Prepare to be impressed. These are the top scoring speeches from each division plus the top scoring alternate speech. Your top alternate speech for this year's state competition, Benjamin Pallone from Lathrop High School.
First of all, I would like to thank Academic Decathlon. This is a great program, and we appreciate everything you do. GCI especially for sponsoring this program. Let's give them a big round of applause. This year, I decided to take my first world language, Japanese. Now, going into this class, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect to be immersed in the culture and the language of a different country. In fact, I was taking it to get it out of the way, because at Lathrop High School, a Japanese credit is required to graduate. But after just 2 weeks in that class, I realized that learning a language is one of the most important things you can do. Now, Japanese is one of the hardest languages to learn, and that's a fact. And this is for one primary reason. Kanji. Kanji is one of the most difficult alphabets to learn in the world, and this is for 3 reasons. A, the symbols are complex. Each symbol has about 20 brush strokes, and they're hard to distinguish because they use many repeating patterns. Secondly, it all comes down to context. A single kanji character can represent a letter, a word, or a phrase, just depending on where it's used in a sentence. And finally, you need to know 2,000 kanji characters to be considered literate. In fact, from elementary school to high school, Japanese students spend their lives becoming literate in their own language because of kanji. Now, I think that's just phenomenal. But once you peel back the layers of the onion that are the kanji, and you get to the core of Japanese, Japanese is a simple language. Topic, time, place, object, verb. TTPOV is the acronym. And all Japanese sentences are arranged the exact same way. For example, time, now, place, here, object, speech, verb, present. But in this structure, there's a right way to say things. And in this, that means in Japanese, there's only one way to say I'm mad. There's only one way to say I'm sad. There's only one way to say I'm happy. But English and Japanese, my own language, English, have similarities and differences. Now, English, like Japanese, can be complicated for its inconsistent grammar, spelling, and punctuation. But unlike Japanese, English is a free language. I went to the store on Sunday. On Sunday, I went to the store. There are so many ways to articulate, to say exactly the same thing. And this gives your language voice. It makes your language unique. Your language can make you who you are. And I think that's just incredibly powerful. The power of language is in each and every one of you. So the next time you're reading, writing, thinking, know how lucky you are to speak a free language. Know how lucky you are to speak English. Thank you.
Your top varsity speech for this year's state competition, Quinn Burpee, IDEA Team 1.
Oh, wow. That's a hard speech to come after, and Nick as well. I'd like to thank Academic Decathlon for this award. This is really incredible, and thank you to my team for helping me here, and let's get started. The year is 1947. A man by the name of William Braz is looking in the desert north of Reno. He has, north of Roswell, sorry. With him he has a shotgun and a Bowie knife that he always carries with him. Last night he heard a strange sound and he's going to investigate what that might be. As he's walking, he's finding these strange pieces of metal on the ground and almost silk-like metal material. As he's walking, he sees something. It's really bright. Is it a plane wreckage, maybe? He begins to walk towards it. When he gets close, he sees that it's not a plane, but almost like a saucer. He hears something inside of it. He walks up to investigate. He sets his shotgun down. What is that? Oh my gosh. It's green. It's a body. It's childlike. Its fingers are long and slimy looking, and its head is like a green balloon, and its eyes are huge, black, and soulless, like space. He reaches out to touch it. His hand's getting grabbed by the thing. Where's the shotgun? He can't reach it. He pulls out his knife. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. What was that? Oh. Suddenly his head starts to hurt. It feels like it's splitting in two. And on top of the wreckage is an alien. And it's going like this. And down on the ground, William, he's looking up at it. He reaches around. Where is it? Where is it? He picks up his shotgun. The pain stops, and the alien falls off the wreckage. He throws his shotgun in the ground. Okay. He runs back to his farm as fast as he can. He gets to his telephone, and he picks it up and he's dialing those numbers, man. It's hard to use, it's an old phone. He gets on with the sheriff. He's like, "Sheriff, man, you gotta get down here. Just get down here now." He hangs up. The sheriff shows up at his farm and goes and inspects this wreckage, and he's like, "This is above my pay grade, man." So he calls the Air Force, and the Air Force, they get there. So mysterious men in black suits, they show up. They walk up to William, they're like, "You didn't see nothing here." William's like, "What do you mean? This didn't happen." William's like, "Dude, I just shot a green balloon head." The men in black, they're like, "You saw nothing." So William, he kept his mouth shut for the rest of his days until a few years ago he was lying on his deathbed, and I'm there, and he told me this story, and he said, "Quinn, you have to tell people." So now I'm up here on stage. Just my luck. And I'm here to tell you all to buy a gun. Learn how to use it. Take some lessons, man. Get a hat of some kind, preferably metal, to protect yourself from some crazy brain powers. They're coming for us, guys. Are you prepared? Thank you.
Okay, your top scholastic speech for this year's state competition, Carson Kegley from Lathrop High School.
Well, this is it. You're here. You made it. This speech for me is very reminiscent of Otis Redding following Jimi Hendrix at the Woodstock Festival after the electric guitar Star Spangled Banner. Unfortunately, I will not be doing any rolling around on stage. I'm just gonna stay here. Well, okay. So, every summer, I referee youth soccer. And if there's one word that you could use to describe youth soccer referees in the state of Alaska, it would be embattled. Constant fighting between coaches and refs. have left the coaches bitter, abusive, and hard to work with, and the ref ranks significantly diminished. So, cut to 2018 State Cup. It's the largest soccer tournament in the state of Alaska. The tournament organizers want to find out, how do we get rid of this coach problem? So they bring in some heavy hitters. Jeff Kaplan, a Major League Soccer referee from the state of Nevada, comes up. He refs a few games. He watches a few of our games. And he reports back the next day. He says, no wonder you guys are getting killed out there. You don't understand what these coaches want. These coaches just want to coach their kids without incident. And when you are unnecessarily combative or just downright rude, that gets in the way of that. So if you understand what these coaches want to coach their kids, and you help them get it by being professional and non-confrontational, things will go better. Things will be smoother, and both of your lives will be better for it. Now, this is a very profound idea, I think. The idea that understanding the motivations of the people that you deal with can help your interactions be smoother. That helping other people get what they want helps you get what you want. The reason why I think this is so important is because you can use this wisdom in literally every single human interaction you engage with. Most of us have had managers. Sometimes your managers are unnecessarily sharp, or not very understanding of your circumstances, or not very flexible. You just have to realize that manager is a human being, and they're just trying to get through their day. And for them to get through their day, they have to do their job. For them to do their job, everyone else has to do their job. So if you understand this, and if you understand what this manager wants to get through their day, and you help them do that by getting your work done and helping other people do their work, the workday will be better. Your lives will be better. Another reason why this idea is so great is it's scalable. It works on the nation-state level. Our country, these United States, have entered into some foreign policy engagements, negotiations, conflicts, interventions that, had we understood the people that we were dealing with, we would have dealt with them in a different way. Take the Vietnam War, for example, a war that we've all been studying this year. If we had understood that in 1950, the Vietnamese were trying to be free. They wanted self-determination from the French. If we had helped them get... I can't talk today. If we had helped them obtain what they wanted, self-determination, things would have been different. There wouldn't have been a Vietnam War. Imagine America without a Vietnam War. Imagine the history of the world without a Vietnam War. Imagine if we had understood what they wanted, understood their motivations, how the world could have been better. So, I want you all to imagine. Imagine your life, what you could accomplish, what you could achieve if you understood the motivations of the people that you were dealing with. If you helped other people get what they wanted, so they could help you get what you want. Think about it. Thank you.
Your top honors speech for this year's state competition, Dominic Aliotto from IDEA.
I have a struggle, and it's not just getting the microphone out of that stand. It's not some horrible disease or illness I battle, but rather a constant sense that I don't belong. I was born in the wrong era. Now, there are plenty of great things about living in the 21st century, for which I am grateful, but there is a huge problem. I don't fit in with the musical culture of today. When I compare it to the music of the 1980s, it just falls away. I found this incredible quote by country star Kenny Rogers. He said, "I've always said music should make you laugh, make you cry, or make you think." And Kenny Rogers is mostly correct here, except he forgot one important category. Take the song The Safety Dance. It doesn't really make people think or cry. It kind of makes them laugh with just how bizarre it is, but it has one main purpose, which it undeniably achieves: dance. Music should make people either laugh, cry, think, or dance. But when I hear songs on the radios nowadays, I may hear a decent sounding song, but after the song is over, I feel nothing. No lighthearted amusement like when I hear Weird Al. No anguished longing like Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire. No compelling philosophy like the Talking Heads' Once in a Lifetime. Just nothing. But songs in the 80s could, and still can, stir up deep emotion inside people. The great parodist, Weird Al Yankovic, for decades has made people laugh with his covers of popular songs, such as Eat It and Girls Just Want to Have Lunch. He understood that laughter was something that could bring people together, and that is why he succeeded. But others, like Depeche Mode and the Police, took the opposite approach, drowning their music in pessimism and self-pity. But no one ever has known sadness and despair like Morrissey of the Smiths. You know the guy, and if a double-decker bus crashes into us, such a heavenly way to die. So there's a girl I like, and she's not allowed to date until she's turned 16, which is still a lifetime away, April 24th. So we've been not dating for about 6 months, which, as you might expect, has been pretty rough. So I find myself sad and lonely as I hold out and sing, "There is a light that never goes out." Thanks, Morrissey. But there is nothing that can compare with the feeling of being understood by someone, even if they are 50 years your senior. The 1980s were full of songs that people could not only relate to, but could also be inspired by. We had musicians with a cause. U2 with their outspoken political anthems, Bob Geldof and John Cougar Mellencamp. These musicians inspired people, and they made us think that we are the world. These musicians brought people together, and with that, they literally fed the world, or at least let us know that it was Christmas time. There were charity concerts like Band Aid and USA for Africa and Farm Aid. And these all brought different types of music lovers together, united in a single cause. This was music that inspired and brought together a generation. Since the 80s, there have been 17 charity super concerts, and all but 4 of them have been organized by musicians from the 80s. No other generation of musicians has brought people together since. This was music that can make people laugh. This was music that can make people cry. This was music that can make people think. And with all these, this was music that can make people dance. This was music that defined and brought together a generation. This is me. David Lee Roth, the singer for Van Halen, said, and I with him, when I die, sprinkle my ashes over the 80s. I stand before you, a child of the 1980s.
Please stand by. Now for the medals round. Let's introduce our presenters. They're both academic decathlon alumni who have represented Alaska at multiple national competitions. Our first presenter is also your scoring chairman, Ben Newman.
Our co-presenter, who is also your super quiz chairman, is Mike Gredigan. Just in case you don't remember that far back, there's the same 2 guys from...
That's a whole lot of something right there, isn't it? Medals. That's a lot of medals. I got a lot of medals on me right there. If you notice, there's 2 or 3 more than the guy next to me.
That's fine.
It's not a big deal.
Fine. Good evening. Here's how we will present the awards. Mike or I will describe the competition events and then read the winners in each division.
Gold, silver, and bronze medals will be awarded to the winners in each of the 3 divisions: honors, scholastic, and varsity. Medals will be awarded in each of the 7 objective test events, as well as speech, interview, and essay.
We'll announce the top alternates for each competition first. The top alternates will come to the stage, receive their awards, and then return to their table.
Then we'll announce the bronze medalists for the 3 categories, then the silver medalist, and then the gold. All winners should come up to receive the medals once their names are called.
As we announce the winners, they should come here on the stage floor to accept their medals. Bronze medalists should then take their place on the upper stage. Silver medalists will then stand on the middle stage. And gold medalists will stand in front. Thank you, Mike.
Please remain on the risers for a few moments so Lisa Seifert, our official photographer, coaches, and parents can all take photos.
And I believe may also have our stage director, Ty, to help decathletes should any questions arise. Jacob, excuse me.
Jacob.
Delegation, you've learned.
All right, on to the medals. Mathematics. This year, our decathletes worked through a challenging course that covered general mathematics, interest, and probability distribution. Top alternates. We are awarding 1 medal to the top alternate in each 3 school-sized divisions. For Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. Division 2, Oscar Orovac, Monroe. And Division 3, Amber Eikenberry, Lathrop. Just 1 second, if you'll hold up so we get some more pictures. All right, thank you, alternates. For mathematics, your 3rd place bronze medal winners: varsity, Quinn Burpee, IDEA. Scholastic, Richard Corpus, Juneau Douglas. And for honors, a tie between James Vaughn, IDEA, and Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. We're going to have you guys on the top riser here in a bit. So if you want to come back up and join me at the top here. 2nd place silver medal winners are varsity, George Corpus, Juneau Douglas. Scholastic, Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, Victor Cho, Lathrop. And your 1st place gold medal winners, varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. Scholastic, tie, Carson Kegley, Lathrop, and Marcus Lang, Lathrop. All right, that's Marcus Langle, Lathrop. And honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. Congratulations, decathletes.
Our next event, economics. Students studied micro and macroeconomics, as well as the economic and political underpinnings of the 1960s. Our top alternates in economics are, in Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. In Division 2, Oscar Orvik, Monroe. And in Division 3, Ben Pylon, Lathrop. Thank you, alternates. Economics, our third place bronze medal winners are, in varsity, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. In scholastic, Marcus Lengel, Lathrop. And in honors, Atai, Dominic Alioto, Aye, and Victor Cho, Lathrop. In economics, our second place silver medal winners are, in varsity, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. In scholastic, Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And in honors, Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. And in economics, our first place gold medal winners are, in varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. In scholastic, Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And in honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. Well done, guys.
Science. For science this year, decathletes studied laser technology, their practical application, and the optics that go into making them work. Your top alternates for science: Division 1, Peter Nija, Lower Yukon. Division 2, Koa Rosales, Monroe. And Division 3, Danielle Neufeld, Ketchikan. Congratulations, alternates. Your third place bronze medal winners for science: varsity, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. Scholastic, a tie, Marcus Lengel, Lathrop, and Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, another tie, Victor Cho, Lathrop, and Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. Your second place silver medal winners, varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. Scholastic, Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, Alex Egan, Juneau Douglas. And your first place gold medal winners in science, varsity, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. Scholastic, Elijah Roller, IDEA. And for honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. Congratulations, decathletes.
Including reading Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead by Tom Stoppard, as well as multiple other shorter works. Our top alternates in literature are, in Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. In Division 2, Oscar Orvik, Monroe High School. And in Division 3, Miriam Mockett, IDA. Congratulations, alternates. In language and literature, our third place bronze medal winners are, in varsity, Atai, Quinn Burpee, IDA, and Daisy Murati, Lathrop. In scholastic, another tie, Camden Kegley, Lathrop, and Dominic O'Neill, IDA. And in honors, Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. In language and literature, our second place silver medal winners are, in varsity, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. In scholastic, Marcus Lengel, Lathrop. And in honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. In language and literature, our first place gold medal winners are, in varsity, Jacob Lotz, West Valley. In scholastic, Elijah Roller, IDA. And in honors, Aveline LaRoque, IDA. Congratulations, decathletes.
Art. This year, students studied art fundamentals as well as art from the 1960s, including minimalism, conceptualism, and the interplay between art and politics as the decade progressed. Your top alternates, Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. Division 2, Oscar Orvik, Monroe. And for Division 3, Miriam Mockett, IDEA. Congratulations, alternates. Your third place bronze medal winners for art, varsity, Quinn Burpee, IDEA. Scholastic, Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And honors, Tababeth Cosper, IDEA. And for your second place, silver medal winners, varsity, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. Scholastic, Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, a three-way tie between Catherine Fitz, Lathrop, Evelyn LaRoque, IDEA, and James Vaughn, IDEA. Your gold medal winners for art, varsity, tie, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop, and Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. Scholastic, Marcus Lingel, Lathrop. And for honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. Congratulations.
Next, music. What a great theme for music. Our decathletes this year studied elements of music theory and multiple defining works of the 1960s. Our top alternates in music are, in Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. In Division 2, Oscar Orvik, Monroe. And in Division 3, Miriam Mockett, IDA. Congratulations, alternates. In music, our third place bronze medal winners are, in varsity, Quinn Burpee, IDA. In scholastic, a tie, Carson Kegley, Lathrop, and Dominic O'Neill, IDA. And in honors, Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. In music, our second place silver medal winners are, in varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. In scholastic, Marcus Lengel, Lathrop. And in honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. In music, our first place gold medal winners are, in varsity, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. In scholastic, Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And in honors, Murphy Delgado, Junior Douglas. Congratulations, athletes.
Social science. Our decathletes studied civil rights, the growth of social and cultural dissent in the 1960s, as well as the presidencies of the era. Your top alternates, Division I, Peter Nisea, Lower Yukon. Division II, Antonio Bogats, Hutchinson. And Division III, Miriam Maka, IDA. Well done, alternates. Your third place bronze medal winners for social science. Varsity, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. Scholastic, Carter Burpee, IDEA. And for honors, a two-way tie between Dominic Alioto and Tababeth Cosper, IDEA. Your second place, silver medal winners. Varsity, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. Scholastic, Marcus Lengal, Lathrop. And for honors, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop. And for your first place gold medal winners, Varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. And I think this is a first since I started the decathlon. There's a two-way tie between siblings who I imagine often compete. Camden and Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. Nicely done, decathletes.
Next, essay. Students from across the state completed an impromptu essay online. These essays were graded online around the world by judges trained by our essay chair, Sarah Huff, who is actually handing out the medals. Woo! Our top alternates in essay are in Division I, Nemo Rivers, Lower Yukon. I think you may not be here. In Division II, Oscar Orevic, Monroe. And in Division III, Ben Pylon, Lathrop. Thank you, alternates. In essay, our third place bronze medal winners are, in varsity, Quinn Burpee, IDA. In scholastic, Enigma Swan Adams, West Valley. And in honors, Evelyn Nutt, Ketchikan. Our second place silver medal winners are, in varsity, Daisy Murati, Lathrop. Scholastic, Kaylee Jorgensen Craig. And in honors, Jessica Reed Monroe. In essay, our first place gold medal winners are, in varsity, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. In Scholastic, Marcus Lengel, Lathrop. And in honors, Hannah Altland, Craig. Well done, decathletes.
And my favorite competition, speech. This year, students perform both prepared and impromptu speeches in front of a panel composed by educators and professionals. Your top alternates, Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. Division 2, Koa Rosales, Monroe. And Division 3, Benjamin Pylon, Lathrop. Congratulations, alternates. Third place, bronze medal winners for speech. Varsity, Olivia Greenwood, IDEA. Scholastic, Nicholas Dolan, IDEA. And for honors, Bonnie Mari at West Valley. Second place, silver medal winners for speech. Varsity, Daisy Murati, Lathrop. Scholastic, William Odom Jr., West Valley. And for honors, Jessica Reed, Monroe. And your first place, gold medal winners for speech, and they're going to look familiar to you from the speech showcase earlier. Varsity, Quinn Burpee, IDEA. Scholastic, Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And for honors, Dominic Aliato, IDEA. Those are some great speeches. Congratulations.
Next, interview. Students were evaluated on their ability to present ideas, listen to others, then evaluate and adjust their responses, establishing and maintaining a rapport with the judges. Now for the medals for top alternates in interview. In Division 1, Peters Frederick, Lower Yukon. In Division 2, Anthony Bocaz, Hutchison. And in Division 3, Daniel Neufeld, Ketchikan. Well done, alternates. In interview, our third place bronze medal winners are, in varsity, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop. In scholastic, Olivia Masciana, Bering Strait. And in honors, John Luke Calderon, Ketchikan. In interview, our second place silver medal winners are, in varsity, Chastity Long, Lower Yukon. In scholastic, Enigma Swan Adams, West Valley. And in honors, Claire Scott, Juneau Douglas. In interview, our first place gold medal winners are, in varsity, Philip Smith, Ketchikan. In scholastic, Carson Kegley, Lathrop. And in honors, Dominic Aliotto, IDA. Well done, decathletes.
And now for our team super quiz round. And again, I'm still tickled pink that someone was able to challenge a question on super quiz. Bronze, silver, and gold medals will be awarded in each school division. We will present 3 division champion trophies, and the top scoring team overall will receive the Super Quiz Champions Trophy. We ask that coaches come up as well to receive a medal. Please note we only have medals for those students that competed during the Super Quiz. For your bronze winners, small schools, who I'll ask to come up to the top of the podium. Third place with a score of 1,077, Craig High School, Team 2. And for medium schools, third place with a score of 769, Galena. This is Galena's first time participating at the State Academic Decathlon. For large schools, third place with a score of 1,923, IDEA Team 2. Congratulations.
For Super Quiz, our silver second place winners are, in the Small Schools Division, with a score of 1,462, Bering Strait School District. All right, in medium schools, second place Super Quiz with a score of 923, Monroe Catholic High School. And in our large schools division, in second place with a score of 2,077, Ketchikan High School. Team 1 specifically. Well done, guys.
And your Super Quiz, first place for the Small Schools Division, with a score of 1,539, Craig High School, Team 1. And your medium schools, first place in the medium school division, with a score of 1,462, Hutchinson High School. And for large schools, with the highest score overall with 2,231 points, your 2019 Super Quiz champions, Lathrop High School. Congratulations, decathletes.
Next, top scoring students. Now is the time that we recognize the student on each team who has earned the highest score on their team.
We'll present a medal to the student who achieves the top score amongst their teammates. For Bering Strait School District, Florence Sarin.
For Craig High School, Team 1, Hannah Altland.
For Craig High School, Team 2, Kinsley Killups.
For Galena, Joshua Felleria.
For Hutchinson High School, Lauren Contop.
For IDEA, Team 1, Dominic Aliotto.
For IDEA Team 2, James Vaughn.
For Juneau Douglas, Team 1, Alex Egan.
For Juneau Douglas Team 2, Nicole Mannix.
For Ketchikan, Team 1, Evelyn Nutt.
For Ketchikan High School Team 2, Campbell Sandy.
For Lathrop High School, Kyle Van Hatten.
For Lower Yukon School District, Kenneth Edmond.
For Monroe Catholic, Michael Johnson.
And for Valdez High School, Rowan Miller.
And finally for West Valley High School, Ezekiel Schnabel.
Congratulations to our high scorers. Next up, we have our Fleetwood Achievement Medal. And the medal we will present tonight is in memory of one of Alaska Academic Decathlon's founders, Pat Fleetwood.
This medal goes to the team in each division that has improved its score the most over the previous year. Teams, if you could please have only the scoring team and the coach come up to receive their medals, no alternates. We'll be awarding this in order of largest increase percentage-wise. First, in the small schools division, an improvement over 2018 of 2,514 points, or 9%. Craig High School, Jessica Hughes. In the large schools division, an improvement over 2018 of 3,253 points, or 12%. Juneau Douglas High School Team 1. And finally, in medium schools, with a substantial improvement over 2018 of 9,167 points, 47%, Monroe Catholic. Well done, guys.
Next up is our university scholarship presentations. For university scholarships, we have Danielle Carlson with the University of Alaska Southeast here to present her school scholarship. Danielle?
Hey guys, my name is Danielle Carlson. I am an admissions counselor at the University of Alaska Southeast. I also went to school at UAS, so I've been in Juneau for about 7 years now. I got the chance to meet a lot of you guys throughout this week. This is the first time I've ever been at Acadeca, and it's pretty phenomenal. I never even knew what this was until I came and I was able to act as a judge and meet all of you and hear your interviews. You guys are incredibly impressive. And honestly, you guys are the future of the state of Alaska. You guys in this room right now. And so whether it's UAS, UAA, UAF, I really do hope that you decide to stay in Alaska to further your educations, continue to grow as leaders, and hopefully find jobs in Alaska and do your part to better the state. You guys are the future right here in this room. And I'm just excited to be here and be able to offer you guys something that could potentially help you in the future. I am going to do a swag bag first, which obviously is going to help any of you guys in your future, but it is kind of cool. It's got a free t-shirt, it's got some sunglasses in it, and this was just for the underclassmen that filled out these response cards. I brought it up at the beginning, and I didn't get a lot of you to fill these out, but you guys were really busy, I understand. So I'm going to actually ask if you wouldn't mind pulling one of these for a swag bag. This is just the underclassmen here, so one of two. Crystal Joseph. Come on up, this is for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, now I have a $2,500 scholarship to give away to one very lucky senior who came by and filled out a response card. Pressure's on.
Oh, that's the real one. It was me.
I'm not going to be able to pronounce this last name. Haley Shishmarith. Congratulations, Haley. So this is a little less exciting. I don't have anything to physically hand her, but this information is going to come back to financial aid. Okay, pretend like this is a scholarship. There we go. Thank you guys so much. This was a blast. Congratulations, Haley.
Thank you very much, Danielle. If I could have Ben come back up and join me. Next, we have the Alaska Academic Decathlon Scholarship Presentation. We'll award scholarships for the top 4 scoring students in varsity, scholastic, and honors.
The student in each category with the highest cumulative score will receive a $4,000 scholarship from the Alaska Academic Decathlon and its sponsors.
The second highest scoring students in each category will receive $2,000, while the third and fourth will each receive $1,000.
Students may use the scholarship money at the university of their choice or any accredited post-secondary institution. They have 2 years after graduation to use their scholarship. Starting with varsity. In 4th place, Daisy Morodi, Lathrop, with a score of with a score of 5,871. In 3rd place, with a score of 6,107, Mackenzie Fausel, Ketchikan. In 2nd place, with a score of 6,596, Ezekiel Schnabel, West Valley. And 1st place for varsity, with a score of 7,287, Jacob Lotz, Lathrop.
Now for your scholastic winners. In 4th place, Elijah Roller, IDEA, with a score of 6,400. In 3rd place, with a score of 6,923, Camden Kegley, Lathrop. And in 2nd place, with a score of 7,085, Marcus Lenga, Lathrop. And in 1st place, with a score of 7,319, Carson Kegley, Lathrop.
Next up, honors. In 4th place, with a score of 7,320, Victor Cho, Lathrop. In third place, with a score of 7,557, Dominic Aliotto, IDA. In second place, with a score of 7,876, Catherine Fitz, Lathrop. And in honors, our first place, with 8,056, Kyle Van Hatten, Lathrop.
Show me your scholarship.
Well done, guys.
Now, before we move on to our trophy round, I'd like to take a moment to invite our state director up. He'd like to say a few words.
Thanks, Mike. Last time I got up to speak, Mike kept saying, "Stand up, Curtis, stand up, Curtis." You're a terrible man, Mike.
You look better sitting down.
Thank you. I'm here to present a special award. When most of you were in grade school, one of our founding members of the Academic Decathlon, Wilson Hughes, he was the president, and he decided it was time for him to pass on the torch to somebody. And he found somebody who was really good. He asked Pam Lloyd to be our president for 5 years. And she said yes. And in that short time that Pam was there, she reorganized our entire board. She found new board members and improved our governance. If you're not running a board right, you can't be a very effective board. With the current board of directors, the new board members, and Pam, they did about a decade's worth of work in 5 short years. She really helped change the face of Acadeca in Alaska. And it's something we're enjoying tonight. She helped us talk to the U.S. Academic Decathlon, and they allowed us to host the national event in 2016. So I would like to thank Pam Lloyd tonight, and I think our board would also like to join in on that, for the hard work that she did and the dedication she put into the job for 5 years, and for the results she helped us achieve that we're all enjoying tonight. Pam. Mike? Oh, Ben? But you got to open it. Dun, 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 dun.
Jack in the box?
Yes. Oh, you guys, this is gorgeous. Thank you.
And the people whose lives were enriched by Pam have all written notes in there to put in that box of treasures. So,
thank you all.
You want to say?
Thank you. Thank you to the board. Thank you for all that you're doing, that you continue to do. All of you that are here, this is such an important time in your lives. And I know that you're all going to go on and continue to do great things for this state of Alaska. And please, whoever is the winner tonight, just know that you're all winners, because you made it here to the state competition. But whoever ends up in Minneapolis, I'm going to expect great things, because I am on the U.S. National Board, and I will see you there. So I'm going to be cheering you on there in Minneapolis. And then the following year, you'll be back here in Alaska, because Curtis was very successful in convincing our national board to bring it back to Alaska again. So congratulations to Curtis. And Curtis, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pam Lloyd.
Thanks again, Penn, for all that you've done getting us here. And now, the trophy round. The Board of Directors of the Academic Decathlon is proud to announce that this year's winning team will represent Alaska at the U.S. Academic Decathlon Nationals competition. The awards for this year will be as follows.
We will have 3 trophy divisions at the state competition. Trophies will be awarded for first, second, and third place in each of the 3 school-sized divisions. The team scoring the highest number of points at the state competition will be named the overall state champion and will represent the state of Alaska at the national competition. Starting with our small schools, third place team, with an overall score of 22,749, Bering Strait School District. Our small school's second place winner with an overall score of 25,988, Craig High School Team 2. And our small schools champion with an overall score of 30,659, Craig High School Team 1. Well done, guys.
For Division II, the medium schools, third place team with an overall score of 16,618, Valdez High School, coached by Adam and Narol Shirai. And the medium schools, second place with an overall score of 28,051 points, Hutchison High, coached by Amy Brown. And your medium schools, division champion, with an overall score of 28,631, Monroe Catholic, coached by Megan Jones and Joe Tomaso. Congratulations.
And now, for our large schools division. The large schools third place team with an overall score of 35,021 points. West Valley High School with coaches Tracy Howland and Jared Clem. Our large schools division, second place winner with an overall score of 36,615 points. IDA Team 1, coaches And finally, this year's top scoring team who will go on to represent Alaska at the United States Academic Decathlon National Competition. And I think this is a record for the state competition. The score of 43,494 points. Lathrop High School with Coach Chris Benshaw. They got. Do you want to hand out the state championship trophy right now? Yeah. Hand it out.
Give me your best.
Congratulations.
Okay, once. They'll have some photos later.
Okay, we see football, basketball, volleyball teams and others get their shot at glory and honor at their state championships. That's all well and good, but the future of our state and our nation is forged in the minds of people like those of you here tonight. It's encouraging to see the effort you put into learning, training, coaching, and testing for this event. You've shown that you're up to the challenge, that each of you are champions just by qualifying to participate. Thank you for competing. We're already planning for next year. We ask you to plan with us to be here for our 36th annual Alaska Academic Decathlon, February 26th to 36th annual Alaska Academic Decathlon, February 26th to 29th of 2020. Here at the Hilton, where teams will compete to see who represents the Alaska team in the competition at Nationals here in Alaska. Farewell until next year. Good luck to our state champions when they represent us at Nationals in Bloomington, Minnesota in April. Winning teams. Winning teams, please remember to meet Lisa Seifert near the stairs for your team photos. Good night to each one of you. Thank you.
Coaches, if you'd like to meet Ben, your score master, for the stats on your team and your coaches' certificates, see him up front.